Um, the Raptor's made out of composites, and so probably wouldn't be a very effective wing warping aircraft. Certainly the FA-18 is being used to test that. How they'll implement that later, I have no idea. I think the rotation, the horizontal roll rate on the Raptor is probably as good as any aircraft in the world. You know, I'm not sure of that, but that's certainly feasible. That the Bell X-1 was designed from a 50 millimeter bullet. It certainly used a very narrow shape, but NASA had already developed ships that, and their research was responsible for the X-1. Well, there certainly was. I personally don't see the point. The Wright brothers used wing warping, and Curtiss Wright was responsible for the three-axis control that we're familiar with today, i.e. ailerons and elevator and rudder. Whereas the Wright brothers were strictly wing warping. So I personally don't see their claim as being valid, although a lot of money was spent, and certainly the Wright brothers felt justified. However, in looking back, I don't see the point. It was a completely different control system. Any other questions? Well, that's a possibility, Doobie. Certainly, I'm not up to speed on that. I'm not an aeronautical engineer. I'm an electrical engineer. Let's see. Do you support becoming more like NACA between 1930 and 1958? I think where NASA is today is they're really at the forefront, and some of the things that they're doing in terms of R&D, like bringing back the SR-71 Blackbird as a research vehicle. There's a lot more going on at NASA than most of us can begin to even understand. Secret projects and things that are out there that we really have no idea. So since I'm not really an aeronautical engineer, I'll have to kind of back off on that question, and we'll have to all wait and see what happens. Certainly disappointed that space flight as we know today is, with the canceling of the space shuttle missions, is a big disappointment. But there's reasons for that, both financial and the reasons that the government is not sharing with us. But I'll miss that because I followed a lot of those flights and certainly saw a lot of UFOs, if you want, in some of the STS films and live broadcasts. Yes, Jessica. Go ahead, Jessica. Yeah, we're already seeing that with the, you know, Burt Rutan's Spaceship One, and now with Virgin Atlantic Airlines bringing Spaceship Two into the air. And it looks like if you have the money, you're going to be able to go into space. So that's a possibility in your lifetime for you to go into space, providing you have the funds to make that happen. Now, there's a lot of alternative fuel ventures, and certainly what Burt Rutan did with Spaceship One was so unique, winning the X Prize and also providing a way of re-entry unheard of with very little friction. So they didn't have the heating and problems that they had with that the capsules and that the space shuttle has in re-entry. They were able to keep the speed down to some 5,000 miles an hour, which was did not require them having the use of heat shields. Yeah, and it's interesting that this is a private group of people, not NASA, but certainly NASA was very interested in the way they were accomplishing this, and I think we'll see some changes in the way NASA builds future aircraft in terms of reentry. Any other questions? Okay, well, I think we're kind of getting late here. I don't want to occupy any more of your time because I know that Archivist has some things to share with you. My thanks for your time, and anything you need or questions you might have that you think of later, please IM me or send me a note card. Thanks again.